Hi, my name is Jesus Lopez. I'm the Technical Director at Los Angeles Sleep Institute. And we're here to discuss your usage of the CPAP device. Also, if you have any questions or concerns, we're here to help out.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jesus. Well, first of all, as far as the machine is concerned, I use the machine quite often, every day, and at night time, on rare occasions, if I have an afternoon siesta, I might use that. And it fits perfectly fine. I have it right next to me and I plug it in. The hose itself is a decent length. Sometimes it could be a bit longer, but I think it really is pretty good because it allows for movement. And it's flexible, which means that in case sometimes unintentionally your head lands up trapping it or you're sitting on it, it won't pinch to the point where you don't have any air coming in. So it's sturdy, so it's very well made. And it requires some degree of maintenance, some degree of cleaning, which is very minimal. About once a month do I actually clean the hose itself. I should probably clean it more often, but I find that works because I don't move around much when I'm at home. As far as the machine is concerned, every night I fill up this particular container with water to about here. Just put it in there, which is, I use tap water, but they say you're supposed to use distilled water. The fact that I use tap water as opposed to distilled water, is that really not a good idea, or what's your opinion on that?
You really should use distilled water.
Yeah.
For the purposes of prolonging the heating plate on the chamber. If you use tap water, just the minerals and the chlorine that's in the tap water, it can affect the heating plate of the chamber.
Yeah, I mean, it builds up. Okay, you're quite right, but I find that when I notice it, when it does get a little bit, have some lime scale on it, then I just use a bit of vinegar, and within a matter of minutes or less than half an hour, it cleans it up. But it's just because I don't have the time to thoroughly clean each night and replenish it. So I understand your point. I think it's a fair point. I should probably start using distilled or cleaning it more often. Anyway, as far as the water is concerned, at home I have a filtered system, so the water is not pure and distilled, but it has less lime scale than otherwise. Also, I noticed that there's a filter here, and you told me the other day that that particular sponge filter needs to be changed regularly. I haven't changed it for months.
Yes, so definitely this filter prevents dust and pollens from entering the CPAP device, being that it uses room temperature, the room air basically, to push into the tubing that you're breathing in through your mask. So you definitely want to take this out, wash it, and just let it air dry. And typically the lifespan of these filters are about 2 to 3 weeks. Okay?
Okay, so one needs a good supply of those things.
Yes, definitely.
And then on the subject of the mask, now you don't have such a selection here available, but the mask itself, I find that the size of the mask and the weight of it and how loose or tight it is important to get it right.
Correct.
And I've tried many masks, as you know.
Yes.
And eventually I've stumbled onto the right one, which seems to work for me, but there are other ones coming on the market.
Right.
And it's just comfortability.
Right.
If I have a mask that lasts 6 months or a year, that's pretty good.
That's really good.
And then, of course, one has to clean that regularly, at least once or twice a week, simply, or ideally even every night. But if you want to be sure, a minimum of at least once a week.
Correct.
Where with soap and water just to wash it because the grease builds up, etc. And also it's important, I find, to get the mask on the face at the right pressure and the right fit, because if it's too tight or too loose, then there are consequences. For example, if it's too tight, you wake up with creases on your face and you just don't feel good. In the middle of the night, of course, it might come off if it's too loose.